you guys, I'm Whitney. So I am going to do a really quick get ready with me. I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that since I am currently rushing out the door. So I know my face looks super ashy and my lips are really dry right now, but I literally just got out of the shower. So I'm gonna start by moisturizing my lips with just this clear lip primer that I got years ago from Ulta. It's really glossy and moisturizing, and it'll be on my lips still by the end of this video. I'm also going to moisturize my face with the Pond's dry skin cream. This is new to me. I really don't know what type of skin I have yet. I think it's dry combination because I get really dry around my mouth, but my forehead area gets kind of oily. I don't know, it's just like the skin up here just gets a lot oilier than the skin down around my mouth. So anyway, I didn't want to put my moisturizer on until I was filming, so that's why my skin is a little bit ashy, because I didn't want to like put moisturizer on top of moisturizer just for the sake of the video. Okay, so while that's kind of settling into my skin and drying down a little bit, I'm gonna do my brows. I don't want to put foundation on right away because I find when I put foundation directly on top of my moisturizer, it can be kind of slippery and I don't want that. So I'm gonna brush my brows up, all going in the same direction. What I start doing is drawing some little hair strokes towards the front of my brow, and when I get done it's gonna kind of look like I have a unibrow, but that's a reason for that, which I'll let you know when we get to that part. And now I'm going to just kind of draw a line along the bottom brow line, and I do extend that line out just a little bit because I do draw somewhat of a unibrow at first, but that will be fixed when I do my foundation. And again, just going in the natural shape of my brow. I want towards the end of my brow to be darker and it be kind of wispy towards the front. So I'm going to go ahead and do this brow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my brows on, I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up. And make sure you're taking your time with this. There's absolutely, I mean, I'm in a rush, but there's no rush when you're doing your brows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean the top with the same shade. Okay, so now that I have my brows finished, I'm just going to give them one more brush through with the spoolie, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is actually a sample of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation in, I don't know how to say that, I guess it's Macao, M-A-C-A-O. Alright, so now I have that dotted all over my face, and I am going to take a dense round brush to buff this out. Okay, so here's why I do a unibrow in the beginning. When I get to this portion of blending my foundation, I found that a lot of times my eyebrow area would get cut short on either side, so I would feel like the front of my brow would end up over here, just making it look really short rather than looking full all the way to the bridge of my nose. So some of this will be blended away, but then my eyebrow will start where I want it to start versus starting short, because I felt like they were looking like really short and stubby, and that was annoying me. So I just kind of overdraw them or draw them farther out so that when I'm blending in between, they end up being the length that I actually want them in the front and not too short looking. Okay, so after I've done that, I will take a wet beauty blender and blend it in the rest of the way. This will give me a smoother, more airbrushed finish. So I'm gonna take the sponge and kind of blend in underneath my brow, and also blend that concealer down over my eyelid to kind of give it more of a blank canvas for when I add my eyeshadow today. We don't want any creasing, so we'll go ahead and start to set everywhere. I am going to set, and I'm literally grabbing like the first thing I see. So I have this blush palette that has a neutral little contour color in it. I'm just gonna use that really quick because it's available to me to set my eyelid area, because I don't want that to crease up on me. I'm going to highlight using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Warm Honey. All right, down the bridge of my nose and my forehead a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm coming in and out of the light. I'm filming this in front of my window and I kept myself in the shadow just a little bit. So if it gets blurry or not as focused or dark, please forgive me. Now we're gonna take that Dermablend Pro setting powder. And I'm not gonna bake today because, like I said, for the 18th time, I am in a hurry. So I am going to take a fluffy, I think this is a blush brush, but I like this to kind of get up in that inner eye area when I'm setting my makeup. So I'm just gonna tap that off just a little bit and kind of just tap that into, kind of swipe and tap that into my under eye area and downward. Now that that's done, I know I said I don't bake, but I do want to press a little bit of that just under my under eye and just press it and leave it there for my eyeshadow, just in case I have fallout. I will be setting the rest of my face with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finished in Dark Deepest. It will bronze me a little bit and it will also set the other areas of my face good for me. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna use the Morphe 35B palette. It looks like this. It has an array of colors, but the color that I'm gonna be using is this one right here. I'm just going to dip into that using this Real Techniques 203 brush. It's a part of their like chrome collection. I just think they're really pretty. This is the only brush I have from that. But I'm just gonna dip into that. It's kind of like a tapered blender. So I'm just going to put that on the lid like this. Just kind of concentrating that color just on the eyelid. So that looks good. I don't really want it to be too much. Instead of dipping back into that color, now what I'm going to do is just take that same brush. I'm not gonna switch brushes. Ooh, don't drop it. And I'm just gonna kind of blend the color that I laid down up. Now that we have that all blended, I am going to go ahead in with my eyeliner now, and I am using the e.l.f. liquid liner. I'm just going to try to keep it as close to the lash line as I can. I always say that, y'all, and then it's all the way up here, and I'm just looking like, why do I even bother? Let me put the camera close so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I usually draw my eyeliner to about here. Get it as straight as I can on the lid. Then I start to work on my winged area. And I'll fill it in. I'm going to take that brush that I was using earlier, that small or medium-sized blush brush, and just dust away any excess powder. Oh, I'm gonna leave my bottom lash line naked. So that being so, I need my bottom lashes to really pop. So bottom eyelash mascara is a must. And for highlight, this is my favorite highlight to use on my complexion. It's in the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette, and it is this, the darkest highlight color she has in this palette. I love it. I'm just gonna take a little fan brush and add some of that to my cheekbones. And just a little bit under the brow bone. And I always dust it across my Cupid's bow. I am going to not wear this lipstick out, but let's just see how it looks with it. It's the Soft Matte Lip Cream by NYX, and it is in the color Moscow. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry down a little bit. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, oh, excuse me, I dropped my setting spray. I'm gonna use this rose water to set my makeup. It's just rose water, but I shake everything. And I'm just going to give my face a little spray. Okay, y'all, so my lashes are on. And I cleaned up my lips just a little bit more. So here is the finished look. So I'm just gonna do a couple of poses for you guys at the end, probably add a little music. And thank you so much for watching. Oh, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment below. I'm new, sorry.
Mr. Cormac, Mr. Cormac, Mr. Cormac.